Hi everyone, my name is Frankie and welcome to a Movie a Day Challenge. Today is day number 280 and it's October 7th, 2018. Today I'll be watching the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap. Now in each episode of a Movie a Day Challenge, I pick one film that I've never seen before and then I take that movie's movie poster and place it to the side of me. I do this because I absolutely have no idea of what the film that I'm about to watch is about. And being that I have absolutely no clue about the film or what it's about, I feel like I need to draw some type of conclusion of what I think the film may be about, based solely on the movie poster itself. In saying this, let's go ahead and take a look at the 1979 horror film movie poster to Tourist Trap. Now, this movie poster is pretty cool. I say it's pretty cool because basically I'm taking this as the killer of the film. You know, it's a masked image of someone carrying something as well. But gives off sort of that frightening feeling in a way. I'm saying frightening because if a person of younger audience, I don't want to say a little kid, but a younger person, a teenager, saw this image, they'll be like, okay, pretty frightening, scared maybe. But I'm talking about kids back in the 70s that would have seen this, teenagers, and people who would have rented this in the 80s on VHS. Gives that sort of creepy feeling also from that face in a way. Looks like it's going to be a cool film, but then again, I have been duped before for a Movie a Day Challenge, so I don't know really what to expect. But I'm very interested in watching and hopefully enjoying the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap. Now, after I finish analyzing the movie poster itself, I then let you, the viewer, know that I'm going to go ahead and watch Tourist Trap. But before I go and do that, I want to let you, the viewer, know that after I finish watching Tourist Trap, I then come back and tell you a little bit about the film. However, I don't go in great detail about the movie. You see, I don't tell you any major spoilers about the film, nor do I tell you anything about the plot of the film either. Why? Well, because I don't want to ruin your chance at watching a really great film for the first time. And since this is also my first time watching Tourist Trap, I wouldn't want anyone to spoil the film for me by telling me any major spoilers about the movie or telling me anything about the plot of the film either. Now, in case you have previously seen the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap previously, then please feel free to substitute Tourist Trap for another film for your viewing pleasure. It doesn't even have to be in the genre of horror films. This way you can take part in a Movie a Day Challenge and possibly watch each film along with me as I go along. In saying all this, I'm going to go ahead right now and watch the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap, and then I'm going to come back and tell you a little bit about the film. I'll be right back. I just finished the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap, and I want to let you, the viewer, know that Tourist Trap is a good movie. But I want to point something out to you, the viewer. You see, the beginning of this movie starts out real slow, and it doesn't really quite get good until the middle of the movie itself. Basically, when the villain is introduced. Not trying to spoil or anything, but once the villain is introduced into this film, things pick up. So, understand it's quite slow, so just bear with it. Now, another thing that makes absolutely no sense is the final 8 minutes of the movie itself. I didn't really feel like it was a climactic type ending towards the film itself, but the last 8 minutes, in my opinion, sort of fizzled out the movie. I felt like it could have been written a lot better. Aside from that, the film is a good movie. It's very entertaining, really cool towards the horror scenes, and the jump scares are quite interesting. All in all, I really enjoyed the villain of this movie. I'm going to tell you, it is quite, I don't want to say quite frightening, but the way it's presented, the villain itself, it's really interesting, and I really enjoyed the costume design of the villain. Now, would I recommend Tourist Trap to a family member or friend? I would if the person likes classic horror films of the 70s and early 80s. Aside from that, I don't know if I would really recommend it to a family member or friend who didn't really like the genre of horror from that decade. Well, that time period. Would I watch Tourist Trap again? Yes, I would. I would watch it again. I thought the film was really interesting, and I was entertained by it. Now, if you like today's episode, you see that thumbs up underneath this video? Click it. Give us a like for today's episode. As you're doing that, maybe you've seen the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap and liked it. Maybe you've seen it and you didn't like it. Maybe you're interested in watching the film, you hear this review about it, you're going to go watch the movie and then come back and write something about it. Well, whichever the three may be, please tell me in the comment box down below. Right down there. And as you're doing that, you see the word subscribe underneath this video? Click it. Subscribe to a Movie a Day Challenge. Now, tomorrow is day number 281 of a Movie a Day Challenge, and I'll be watching the 1977 horror film Eraserhead. My name is Frankie. I will be here tomorrow for day number 281 and the 1977 horror film Eraserhead. I will see you tomorrow.